மேம் என்ன மேம் ஆச்சு? இல்லை நான் இப்போ ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டேன். அதில் எப்படி நான் பண்ணுறது? இப்போ நான் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டேன். அதை திருப்பி தான் நான் இது பண்ண முடியும். ஏன்னா சும்மா பிளைண்ட் ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணல, திருப்பி நான் ரீடூ பண்ணுறேன். ஏன் என்ன ஆச்சு? கரெக்டாக தான் நான் ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணியதுன்னு. சரி நீங்கள் பாருங்கள், எனக்கு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி கால் பண்ணுங்கள் எனக்கு சரி.
It is a big trauma for these graduates, I must say, that when they go to the industry and then they finish, that they are very raw, their skill sets don't match, and sometimes it leads into a very frustrating experience. And therefore, for us, it is today to address where are we going wrong? Is a industry expecting too much from the finished graduates, or is the academic institution not really giving a quality education or matching with skill sets? The student may say, I have everything. I have a graduate certificate. I have gone through the training and I have the theoretical knowledge. I have the competencies. But then the industry is expecting, and from my experience as a HR person for 3 decades, I understand that now what our students and or what the teaching institutions, academia has to look at is what is expected from the industry. I would like to say just a few skill sets. I think what is expected is the applied knowledge. Yes, you have theoretical knowledge. You know what is the know of the, but like in black and white, you can read. You know what it is, a science of it, but how do you apply it? The applied knowledge. And secondly, today what we need is creative thinking, thinking out of box. You can't have a bookish knowledge. You need to think out of box, and I'm sure the resource persons here will share a lot. Today, the student or a graduate is not able to address a small crisis or solve a small problem. The problem solving skills is very much a challenge, and we have been very often talking about communication, dealing with people. Communication is not speaking English alone. How do you communicate in simple terms? Your body language, your the demeanor, the decorum, dealing with people, your PR skills, the HR, human relations skills. It covers quite a lot when you say on communication, and you can sum up as your interpersonal skills. And today's student, I think the industry finds that the self-discipline is a very big question mark. We are talking about a generation which was disciplined and which didn't have much of the policing to do. But today we are looking at the policing of the management, and the youngsters do not like that sort of an attitude, the self-discipline and the positive work attitude. I think it's all in the mindset, the work attitude, the work culture, the professionalism, the maturity. And today you have the jumping, hop on to jobs. And that is a new culture, a new trend. I can go on listing quite a lot of what the industry expects. That is not my role. My role is just to say that each college, we are doing our best to bridge this gap, and so sub the placement cell is doing quite a lot to address these challenges by inviting a lot of people from the industry, and today is one of such initiatives. We are doing something called like a finishing school, the bridging school, which can help to address some of these problems, and also the skill-based education. So we are having many training programs, workshops, orientation program, mock, test, mock discussions, and we are involving a lot of resource people from the industry. So I would like to once again congratulate the SOSAP, Mrs. Jacqueline, the team leader, and the committee members who are putting tremendous efforts to bridge this gap, to make the student understand what he thinks and what he has to what, like Mr. Sivakumar or Mr. Gopal would like him to have. And in that context, I'm so happy that the placement cell has organized this program. Let me once again congratulate and appreciate the resource persons for their presence today with us. Thank you.
It was an inspiring and informative speech, ma'am. Thank you very much. I now invite Ms. Nivedita, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to take over the session.
Thank you, Hemalata. A very good morning to one and all present here. It takes immense pleasure for me to moderate today's session on what do you think and have versus what the industry wants. Today, we have eminent speakers from distinguished backgrounds to address the audience on placement. The very word placement or getting placed in a company is always a dream for a lot of us over here. I wish our today's panel discussion will give you all a clear idea on how you need to approach your path. Before getting into the session, I request all the participants to make a note of your queries so that when the speaker has completed, you can post your questions either in the chat box or you can unmute and ask. Without any further ado, let's start our panel discussion. The first speaker of the day, we have with us Mr. Shivakumar Ganapati. Mr. Shivakumar Ganapati, with 25 years of experience in the industry sector. He owns a private consultant company in the name of SNR Tax Consultants in Dubai. We are extremely happy to have you amidst us, sir. Over to you.
Hello, good morning, everyone here. I'm very happy to sit in front of you to introduce myself. Let me put the PowerPoint presentation. Ms. Fatima Vasanth, Madam, she has given the introduction in a very, very nice way. I think what we are going to talk, everything she has covered in a crispy manner. Okay, I will take a lead from here to introduce myself. My name is Shivakumar Ganapati. I am from Tuticorin district. Perumalpatti is my village, that is near to Kovilpatti. I have done my first to fifth standard in government school, that is in my village. Then 6th to 8th standard I did in my RC middle school, that is near to my village. Then standard 9 to 12 I have done in VOC Government Higher Secondary School, Kovilpatti. When I was doing my grade 11, I was going for typewriting class. I am in this position only because of my mother, because she was the one giving me direction to stand in this position now. After completing my standard 12, I did my basic chemistry. I was not getting MSc chemistry as a free seat. At that time, Annamalai University was asking 18,000 rupees donation. We were not having at that time. So my mother asked me to do CA, Chartered Accountancy course. I was not having the experience of debit and credit because I didn't do BCom, but she encouraged me, any graduate can do the Chartered Accountancy course. So I started pursuing the CA course. Luckily, with the blessing of God and my teachers and my friends, I could able to complete one group in CA intermediate in the first attempt. That gave me the big confidence. Then simultaneously, I asked to do ICWA course, and I got All India 31st rank holder in my intermediate examination. In 1998, I have completed my both CA and ICWA. Then I started my practice in Chennai as a sales tax and customs consultant. In 2001, I moved to Dubai. I landed in a job for Dirham AED 4,000, which was equivalent to 60,000 rupees. My continuous education was not ended there. When I was getting 4,000 dirham, I went for one interview. That company name is McDermott, and they offered a salary of 23,000 dirham. Out of 60 candidates, they selected in the last round 2 candidates. One was me and another person. He is also a chartered accountant, but he has a CPA, Certified Public Accountant from US. So he has considered for that position. And 3 days I was, crying like anything. Then I started researching what is the CPA. That time only I understood CA and ICWA is not enough to pursue the career in an international environment. Then I understood the continuous education is very important to keep my head high. After that, I did my CPA, Certified Information Systems Auditor, Certified Management Accountant, Certified Internal Auditor, Anti-Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing, Diploma in Islamic Finance, Certified Trade and Logistics Professional, VAT Compliance Diploma in UAE. Currently, I am pursuing Chartered Financial Analyst. So here the important thing what I wanted to convey is whatever you have studied or whatever certification you have, the key here is continuous education. You need to look the world, how it is changing, and you need to cope up to face the challenges in the market, job market. Now, if you see, my current salary is 16 lakhs rupees. This is only because of my continuous education. Okay. If you wanted to work in international environment, you in the finance profession, so you need to have any one of these courses, or if you have all of those like me, would be well and good. Apart from this, actuarial science is related to the insurance field. I would suggest the students to look into these courses, because in the international market as well as in India market, this area will be booming because everyone should have the insurance in the future. And another very, very important area is data analytics and data mining, artificial intelligence, forensic science and cybercrime, disaster management. This is a very interesting topic to handle the pandemic situation like COVID-19. And not only that, disaster management is also very, very big role in the corporate environment. How to sustain the business, that is the motto of that course. Then the students can look into logistics and supply chain, because people and goods are started moving from continent to continent. So that will be interesting career growth. Then aircraft management course. Apart from the international and Indian market, job market, I request students to go through the civil service examinations. That is very, very important to have a job. Okay. Apart from this educational qualification, apart from this certification, okay, you should have, or you should learn, or you should sharpen your skills in Microsoft Excel. This is a very, very fundamental thing. I know few of my colleagues in various companies, they are having high position only because they are very good in Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is not a small tool. There are a lot of things are there. Please try to learn from today. Even if you have siblings at home at a younger age, please ask them to go for classes. Or if you have the internet data and you can learn yourself. Take one step at each day. It will take you to the very big level. Then, as Miss Fatima Madam said, communication is a key. You should be able to speak and write, whatever be the language it is. And you should know PowerPoint. These are all the soft skills. Okay, I would say that educational certificate will take you to the interview. Your technical knowledge will make you pass the interview. But your soft skills, your attitude is the only areas it will take you to the top position. Always you should have the positive attitude, whatever happens, okay? You should have the positive attitude, something good is going to happen. Very, very important. Logical thinking, whatever is happening at family, in the work environment, you should think logically. Keep watching the internal and external factors affecting you and the employer. Key to learn. Try to learn a foreign languages. It is very, very, very important. Dear students, please try to learn one foreign language. At present moment, everyone is having the certificate, educational qualification. But how you will be having the competitive advantage than others? Have one language. Learn Hindi. Tamil Nadu students, we all didn't learn Hindi in our younger age. If you have the opportunity, please learn Hindi, French, Japanese, Chinese, German. Daily spend half an hour. Okay, please. This is very, very important to have edge over others. My mother used to tell me, if you learn a new language, you will get the new pair of eyes, ears, and a mouth. How it is possible? Suppose one French paper is in front of me now.
Sir,
I don't know.
Sir, sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you, sir. Like your PowerPoint isn't visible, sir. Could you just switch on to it?
It's not visible.
No, sir, it is not visible. Could you please switch on to it?
Really, I don't know how to do. Okay, let me continue.
Share. Okay, sir.
Yeah. And you need to look the things differently. Okay, in the work environment, your manager must be expecting something else. You need to understand what he is trying to get from you. Don't judge the people. Okay, and don't try to get the sympathy and have the empathy, because empathy is a thing you should have always. Okay, the important attributes each one of you should have is continuous education. Don't stop studying as soon as you found the job. The real study will start after you find a job. Keep the eyes and ears open. Take the ownership in what you do and look for improvement in all the areas through the continuous discussion with the key stakeholders. Respect everyone, irrespective of their designation of your fellow staff. Respect everyone. Always possess the decorum. That is very, very important. If you lose your wealth, you have lost nothing. At any point in time, you can make money. If you lose your health, you have lost something. But if you lose your character, you have lost everything. And always, I like one Japanese saying, if anyone can do, I can do. If no one can do, I must do. This is my mantra always. If anyone can do any job, I always feel that I also can do. So have this attitude for your growth. As a final point, I would like to say, love your parents, grandparents, siblings, and convey the same to every one of them. Always seek help and always try to give help others. Spend some time in social work, visit orphan center at least once in a year. You will come to know the importance of yourself, importance of your family, importance of your parts of the body. I wish you all the very best. Be safe and stay healthy. I love you all. I have given my mobile number and email ID. If any one of you need any help, or your friends or any your known person needs any help getting employment, they wanted to pursue for further education, they are having short of money, you can reach out to me. I will help to the extent possible from my side, because God has given me enough money. I wanted to give back to the society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words and for telling that you're always ready to help all the students out over here. That's a great thing. And when you just say that I want to get back to the society and do for the society something, all the students over here has to take, understand, and they have to also do the same to the next generation of people. So the session is open for questions. Participants, if you have any queries, you can either put it in the chat box or you can directly ask sir.
Sir, good morning, Shivakumar sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
It was a fantastic presentation and a lot of inputs. Thank you so much.
Welcome,
And
ma'am.
on behalf of our students, I have one question. During this pandemic situation, is it possible for a fresher to get an employment abroad?
Yes, ma'am, very much possible. As I mentioned in my speech, simply having the certificate will not help them to get a job. They should have the soft skill. Still, in Dubai market, in UAE market, the companies needs the candidates, but the candidates does not have the potential to take up those jobs. This I am seeing every day, and the candidates should improve their skills, especially Microsoft, Excel, Word, PowerPoint presentation. These are all very, very key.
Sir, added to that one more question, like whenever the foreign employment, abroad employment, people are caught with consultancy and agency, sir. Sometimes they pay the money and most of the time they will end up in fake thing. They will lose the money and they will not get employment. What is the direct channel to approach the employer, sir? That we really want an input from you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. See, the practice in UAE is no employer is asking money from the proposed employees. No company will take the money. The employer have to pay the air ticket when they come from their home country to UAE, and sometimes they will give some money in advance also for their day-to-day expenses when they land here. So at the outset, no employer will ask for money to get the employment. The agents have to get money from the employer. Employer is giving them 1 month salary to the agents. If any agent is asking money, means they are not the right people. Recently also in UAE, I think some health workers, they landed here. I think 25 health workers landed here by false promise by the agent. And luckily, some of the hospitals, they have given the visa for them. So the right way to approach the employer is, we have so many job sites like LinkedIn, Byte.com. So many job sites are there. They can apply directly to those sites. And definitely, if the requirement is matching, they will get a call or email. and don't believe any agents. And if anyone is asking money for the recruitment, they are not the good people and don't have any relationship with them. Another important thing, if you wanted to have a job in UAE especially, you can very well come in a visit visa. Okay, if you have known friends or family members, they can come in a visit visa and they can find a job. Here mostly job market is doing by references. So it is very, very important. If you know someone, you can put forward their CV and definitely they will get the help.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very good morning. My name is Davis, and I'm from MEHRM Patrician College. I just have a question for you. As a budding HR professional, what are the key areas where the students can develop and enhance their skill, taking the COVID scenes into consideration as in the long run?
So, as far as the HR profession is concerned, they should have the PR skill, okay, the communication skill, and they should know what are all the laws available for the HR related aspect, okay. Always the HR person should have the empathy. So these are all the main key. And if they have the soft skill is very, very important for the HR field, okay, because they are going to deal with the people. They are not going to deal with the machineries. So PR skill, empathy, and good communication skill, having smile every day in the morning, all the time is very, very key to win the people.
Thank you so much, sir. And also, in addition to the question, I wanted to ask you, we are experiencing some of the problematic situation because as a student, we are not getting internship because of the situation, COVID situation out there. And we know that the companies are even facing a lot of trouble. So, how we can compensate and how we can grow ourselves during this hard time. So
see, really this is very hard time, every one of us, okay, and maybe 15% of the working population, they lost the job from UAE because the corporate world is shrinking because of this unexpected pandemic situation. In this time, every one of us have to understand the ground reality and enhance the skill. Take this time, take this opportunity, and whatever you will get the job, try to do that job, accommodate short period of time, then definitely the better time is very near. So improve your skill in this situation and be positive.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. My
Yes.
name is Pradeep. I am studying in government college outside. So, what will we can we do for anything in my degree? Like BSc Computer Science. Next, I will MSc Computer Science in UK or USA. How I can grow my levels for this Excel language will be production.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
As I mentioned, in my speech, everyone will be going to have the certificate, okay? But what you will be having the competitive advantage over others, that is very, very important. Now, short courses are available in all the online platforms, okay? And you should able to, pursue some of those courses and understand the concept, okay? If you have the technical knowledge, definitely you will get it. Soft skills are very, very important. As far as the computer science is concerned,
Yes, sir.
you don't look for the programmer job. Some now artificial intelligence or data analytics. These are all the very, very powerful platform available right now. And take your career in this line, cybercrime, cyber security, because
Yes, sir.
of this online platform, the frauds bound to happen. Think practically, think technically, how to solve that problem. These are all some short diploma courses are available online. Take it. Lots of contents are available online. Read it, and think over it, research it. These are all the things will land you to the very good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
Is there any other questions, participants?
I have mentioned, see, CA and ICWA, these are a little bit tough courses. It will take at minimum 3 years to 4 years time. But if you see CIA, Certified Internal Auditor, it has only 4 papers. You can write within 6 months time. It has a plenty of opportunity in the internal audit department. See the anti-money laundering and terrorist financing. This is the new way of, in finance field. The online frauds are happening across the world. So, and there is the fund movement between the terrorist organization, how to stop it. These are all the courses you can easily pass. CMA is having only 2 papers. That is equivalent to ICWA. Once you complete CMA, complete 2 papers, and the Indian ICWA Institute is giving CWA certificate also as a complementary. So you need to select the courses. Instead of doing CA, spending your 4 years, 5 years time, do some short courses, land in a job, get an experience, then you can study further. Don't stop studying. That is the key. As of now, I enrolled for CFA. Actually, by doing that course, I am not going to get better salary, but I wanted to be in the market. I wanted to be in the competitive. I wanted to protect my employer. This is my main motto. So take some short courses, and you can, mention, which field you are in, and I will, try to guide you. What are all the courses available in the market, which will get you the good job.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Cynthia.
My name is Cynthia. I'm from Stella Maris College, sir. Sir, I have a doubt. Can we do CPA after graduation, sir, without completing chartered accountancy?
No need to have the chartered accountancy to do CPA. CPA is a public certified public accountant. It is available from US, Canada, Australia, but everyone, the employer will prefer the CPA from US. It is what I would say, if you give 1/10 of CA's effort to do CPA, you will easily pass. I did my CPA. There is a small story here. I told I was attending the interview with the McDermott, and I was not selected because of not having CPA. That was year 2001. I applied this course, and I applied for visa to go to US, because at that time you have tried only in US. The visa was rejected because the reason was I don't have the economic background and I don't have the social background. At that time I was a bachelor. In 2007, again I applied, because once your visa is rejected, next 5 years you cannot apply. So 2007 also they rejected my visa. In 2011, 11 or 12, I got one information that US institution, CPA institute, is allowing to conduct the exam in other 5 countries. One of those countries is UAE. I was so happy. But in June 13th was my wife's birthday. Every year, I used to buy some jewels for her. This time I went to her on June 6th, I remember the date. Geeta, this time I'm planning to do CPA, my 10 years old dream. So I wanted to do for CPA. She said, whatever you do, I'm not stopping you, but you should give me the money to buy the jewels for my birthday. Then I spent money to her around 25,000 dirham. I was not having actually money, surplus money. Then I came home. I was, thinking twice, thrice. I understood that this money is not, this jewel is not going to help me to increase my salary or the profession. And overnight, I decided I need to enroll for this course. I need to do it. The next day, I took my wife. We went to the institute. I registered for the course. Within 6 months, believe me, I was working as a group financial controller in a multinational company, AW Rostamani Group. And I was working at the same time I was studying. Trust me, every day during weekdays, during working days, I study for 6 hours minimum. During holidays, I study for 16 hours. I still remember during weekends, I buy one meal parcel from Saravana Bhavan. I take half meal after afternoon, chapati in the night, and next day morning, I choke with the overnight, I choke with the water. Next day morning, I will be having that rice. Why I am saying, because I don't want to spend time going to the restaurant and spend time. I was not driving 6 months. I have given my car to my friend. He come to my home. He was driving. I was sitting, studying or sleeping. So with this 6 months effort, trust me, I completed in the very first attempt all 4 papers. 87% I got it. See, again, I want to tell you here, if you see my 10th grade mark, 317. 12th grade, I got 817. I am a very, very average student. I started studying English in my grade 6. So I am from very poor village. I don't know how to communicate in English when I completed my CA. This was the standard of education I got, but that was not stopping me. Once I realized what is important, what the market is expecting from me, I start reacting on it. So you can very well do CPA after your graduation. Okay, you should have the minimum educational qualification, that is a graduation, and you can very well do. What I would say, read and write. This is the simplest thing I would say, and everyone will pass.
Sir, there are questions in the chat box. Sir, I will tell you the questions. Could you just please answer to them? There's a question from Srinivas. He's asking that if he takes software testing course, will he be able to get a job? So that's his question. And the second question from Blessy Iron is that she wants you to repeat the emerging industries as if now, and which would be helpful for her, sir. So these are the 2 questions. And there is, yes, sir, you can just answer to this, and then I will just tell you the other questions as well, sir.
Srinivas, software testing is very, very important aspect to implement any software developed by the in-house company or the outsourcing company. Without testing, no software will be implemented in any organization. So it is very, very important, and so many of my friends are having in this profession, and definitely will get a job. As I told you, you need to develop the soft skill. That is very, 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 very important. You should know how to speak. You should know how to write. And technically, the areas for improvement, you need to look into it and sharpen your skill. Definitely you will get it. And the emerging industry, as I told you, artificial intelligence is an emerging industry. Data analytics is an emerging industry. Actuarial science, insurance related area, that is an emerging industry. So you pursue which are all the emerging industry, because now all the products we are buying in e-commerce platform. So the data analytics is very, very important, and artificial intelligence, the system is learning themselves. So what you should do to gain those knowledges, these are all the things. If you develop yourself, definitely you will land in a good job.
Sir, one more question, sir. There is a question from Raja. He's asking, if we study CMA here, will it match to what we used to do it in abroad? Will it match to the abroad degree? So his question, and the same question has been asked by Kabir as well, so Kabir Sultana, and the same question. They want to know where to do CMA.
CMA you can do in any part of the world. Sitting in India, you can do very well. And as I told you, once you complete CMA, you will get ICW as a complimentary. With the ICW certificate, you can practice in India. And I would say CMA is having the more value in abroad than CA. Okay, because CMA from US and UK, so that has the more value.
Oh, okay. Sir, a final question. There's a Shahir. He's asking, is there any futuristic approach with agriculture in UAE?
See, UAE, recently the ruler of this country, they have passed the agenda 2050 they wanted to make the country green 60%. Okay, so how they can make the country green 60%? Not only in UAE, even all the Middle East countries, not only Middle East countries, across the world. So agriculture, horticulture. So apart from agriculture, horticulture is the very, very important to make the city green. Okay, so it has a very good future, and I'm also, it is enough for me to make money now. Last year I bought 35 acres of agriculture land. I started doing the organic agriculture, and again this year I bought 20 acres of land. And my next study is I'm studying a lot of articles, watching videos, all those things, how to do the organic agriculture. So my father is a farmer, so my next what you can say research is on agriculture. I started doing that. I love agriculture.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I think we'll move on to the next speaker, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with all of us. And there's still more questions for you, sir, but we'll ask the participants to directly mail you, or after the rest two speakers have finished their session, we can get back to it, sir.
Sure.
Due to time constraints, participants kindly bear with us. Due to time constraints, we had to move on to the next speaker. Please hold on with your questions. Your questions will be definitely clarified by our speakers. After the session is over, you can either directly mail them and get clarified with this. So moving on.
I thank you, Mr. Gopal sir. He has given this opportunity, and thank you everyone from the college side. It is so well organized. Thank you very much.
Nivedita, I would like to 1 minute come in here. Can I?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I would like to personally appreciate Mr. Sivakumar. That was a wonderful sharing by you. You have gone to the level of the students. You have shared your personal experience, which they cannot read from any book. And you have been so humble enough to give your roots, to share your personal roots. We appreciate you, congratulate you. You have been an inspiration today for all the viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, once again. So moving on to our second speaker of the day, we have with us Mr. Gopal Chinnadurai with an experience of 11 years in the field of corporate as a HR manager. He has given various trainings on client management, recruitment execution, business development, process improvement, team and talent management, quality management, and so on. He has also worked with various corporate sectors, namely AL Ansari Group of Companies, Crescent Carriers, Verson Energy Private Limited, Career Transition Management Consultants. Currently, he is working as a HR manager in Naturescapes Contracting in Dubai. We are proud to have you here, sir. Please take over the session.
A very good morning, one and all present here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Thank you so much. Actually, I lost my words because this is the greatest opportunity for us all to share our exposure with the youngsters. And beyond that, I must thank to Fatima ma'am, Vaidegi ma'am, and Shiva sir. I'm literally inspired by Fatima ma'am because such a wonderful talk she has given. I don't know what is the importance of inviting us this meeting, because she has fulfilled everything. She has done the best part of this event, as well as Shiva sir from his route. He has given good informations that is going to helpful for a lot of students, that we believe. And thank you for all of you. And I request 15 seconds of meeting. Sorry, it is not part of this event, but I believe from my heart that take some 15 seconds to pray for all the patients who are suffering at COVID. Let them get recovery at the earliest. I request 15 seconds for them from all of your bottom of heart. Thank you so much, all of you. I hope all of you pray well, because this pandemic has come into the world. So the united prayer has more power, which will heal the problems. That's what I personally believe. So today, they have covered everything, but still from my end, I have to speak something. So I have come up with a few steps. Like the major topic that I'm going to cover today is 4 things I am trying to cover up. One is how to choose the right subject, and second is how to choose a right job, and how to choose the right industry, and in that industry how to choose the right company. Because I believe these are correlated, and it is going to decide our career. So it's a kind of career guidelines to the students that I believe. So choosing the right subject. So already you are all enrolled in your courses. I believe you all did some research by references, you analyzed and did the course. So what I believe is much more important is love theory. So what is this love theory is all about? So I hope boys and girls are there, like would like to marry a donkey or Miss World? This is a question. So anyone will choose donkey? Yes, still there are people will choose donkey. If they choose a donkey, sure that whatever the pain they bear, they will carry on and they will enjoy it, and they will never feel that this is a pain for them. So there the love theory is applied. So whenever you like things, you love things, you will be able to bear the pain and overcome from all the challenges, and you will be successful. So what I request, do a lot of analysis, self-analysis of your thought process, and do a lot of reference. Ask yourself what you like the more. In our life, job is a part, and it became a life now. So I hope it is life now, because why we are living, if you ask this question to many of the people, we have no other big answer except job, because up to 58, 60, after our education, we drive into job. That's what. So having a right job and right industry and the right company is very, very important, and that can happen when you have the right subject. So please do a lot of research, a lot of studies on your thought. You may have a inspiration or you may like yourself. So you have to first find what are your likes. So somebody like singing a song, somebody likes writing a song, somebody like games over the mobile, somebody like coding the program, somebody likes to drawing it. People may think if we take these kind of variety of steps, whether we will be successful in life. I'm sure that you will be successful and you will be satisfied. Satisfaction is the most important parameter that drives your life to the next step, right? So you to have a right subject, right job, you need to have your satisfaction, then you go further, right? So having study and having time, spending time to that is much more important. So spend time to that. Even now you can change your department. I'm not talking bad stuff. I hope so, because if you don't like please don't do that. At any cost, don't do that. If you don't like, it will be a pain to you and you will be suffering too much. You will have a lot of issues to, whatever you challenges you see, it will be a problem to you only. You cannot find solutions. So don't do things that you don't like. Otherwise, try to like things that you are seeing. So we have two ways here, right? So this is what is very important. I hope you have all chosen the right department, right subjects. So you are going to be successful in your steps. If you need any support on this, try to approach. There are a lot of career counseling consultant are there, where you can spend time with them. So they will be able to give you right track that will decide your career further, right? So decide the right subject, which is more important. And here we have to apply our management skills. Yes, I have these skills. How can I market it? So we have to look out whether there is a market for that. For an example, if I I like much drawing, so whether there is a market for that. So is that a market which has a long time for this? And is there any profession that gives values to these skills? And what are the other skills related to this the market is expecting? That we have to find that gap, and we need to build, like Shivkumar sir said well, that we need to constantly study, continuously study towards equipping our skills towards the subject that you like and you have taken in your hand. I am pretty sure you'll be successful if you take things that you like. So this is part one. And right job. So right job is something like, I believe, like it is equivalent to your marriage. So my friends, how will you like to get marriage? So it's a very easy question. It's not a critical question. Obviously, would you like to marry just like that, or you'd like to get like it, love it, and marry and enjoy your marriage and lead your life? So right job is like equivalent to getting a marriage. So job. So for here, right job, I would like to suggest you have to choose it according to your caliber, your strength, your potential, and your core areas, and how further you can drive on that. Like any jobs that is done by male and females, in general, what I request, any female by nature, they will have a break in the job. That is 99%, it is fact. So once they get married, surely they will have a break of their job. So female employees should choose a job that will give their career after the break also. So this is what my request to them. Like if it is very stressful, if it's highly challenging, and if it is required your continuous presence and your continuous learning, certainly you will be successful. I'm not discriminating, but still you have a break of 10 months, 1 year, and you have a lot of responsibility towards your family. So in such case, you have to choose a job that will give you a continuous career, even there is a break. So this is a point I would like to share in choosing the right jobs. After that, in the right jobs, there are, as I said, as Shiva sir said, well, that the skill sets, the primary skill sets, any job, there will be a primary skill sets and secondary skill sets. As a HR, we used to prepare JD. For an accountant, if you go for a primary skill set, he must be able to do the trial balance. He must be able to do the balance sheet. So he must be able to have a tally. So these are the primary skills that we can say. And secondary skills, he must be able to verify the account book properly. So like that. Beyond, and if you go for a HR, as Shiva has said, personal peer, that is public relationship, public oriented and law oriented. These are very important core areas that they have to focus. So I'm going to give you the common areas, the common skill sets that required for any job. I hope this will be helpful for all, because we have a multiple platform of people over here. So probably it will be helpful to you. So what are the skill sets common? As Shiva sir said, communication. So communication is an essential that is expected from everyone. Okay, communication mostly people do is one way, that is only speaking. 99.9 are very successful in speaking. 0.01 is only successful in listening. The people who listen more are the more successful person in the world than the speakers. That's a reality. If you want, you can do a research on that. Okay, that's very important to listen. So how we speak, the same way we must listen. That is very important. And the second skill that I would like to say, IT related. Any job allied with IT. For example, if you for a HR, HRMS, HR payroll softwares. If you go for accountant, your Tally. So for any jobs, you decide where there will be certain IT role. There will be IT playing some role, at least 0.5%. So try to be equip yourself that you learn that IT skills. In today's pandemic, still few companies are running only because of IT. That is fact. We need to know that. Which are the jobs that require the physical presence are failed? The reason, because we pandemic lockdown, we may not be able to go present. So IT is key, and interpersonal relationship and networking. This is one of the very important for any human being. So this is very helpful for your job also. Don't limit yourself with only your department, only your people, like that. Try to mingle with everyone. Try to get the good information. Try to broaden your network, because you don't know who will help you for job when. Because maybe like I would like to give you an example. Currently also I'm employed, but still I got one of the accountant from my previous company. Like I worked with him almost 7 years back, but he is referring a job to me just 3 days back. He's saying, sir, I thought of you. One of my friend company need a HR head. Would you like to lead it? I said, sorry, I'm already engaged. So this is what will happen. Like if you have your network well, you don't know where you will get, but you need to have a transparency in the network. The network is not only to build your job. Okay, also you also share good stuff to them and maintain that relationship with the people. That is more important. That will help you out not only in job, in many situations, many guidelines you will be able to get. And the next is continuous learning. That well said by Shiva sir. And negotiation skill. This is also very, very important. And you need to have a multitasking. This is also is expected in today's corporate. You cannot say that I'm limited with only this job. I'm specialist in this job. This trend is getting now with different shapes. So you need to have a multi-skill, multitasking, and multitask handling at a time. And moreover, you need to have a stress management. So when you grow up, like senior positions, you need to have your team, and you are responsible of not only your team. If 400 people working under you, and you are responsible of these 400 people. For an example, if you go for project management in construction companies, under a project manager, there will be up to 2,000, 3,000 people working. I have seen. So in such a scenario, one single person is responsible for 3,000 people. And it is not 3,000 people, it is 3,000 family. So when it's a 3,000 family, you are responsible for their productivity. And you have to make sure that you manage that team successfully. So that is very important. And you need to have your leadership skills. So leadership skill will cover most of the points. Most of the points of your employment. When you say leadership, that covers a lot of matters. Okay. So, and Madam Fatima ma'am well said that creativity and innovation. This is applicable in all industry, and the utilization percentage of the creativity and innovation is limited with some industries, because all industry doesn't like innovation, but that is required. It's a kind of change management, it's a kind of re-engineering. They will value it if they know the importance of that, but few standardized process oriented company doesn't take any doesn't take any trial on innovation and creativity. They need productivity. You need to be a result oriented person, that's it. So these are the skills I feel are very important. In addition to that, ISO and IMS, integrated management systems. Any company you work, the standard company, you will be having audit, and you will have a certification, IMS, ISO. So these are the areas where you need to at least some knowledge on this. So this is not the core, but at least some knowledge on that. So I hope I have covered the key common skills that are expected. And there are addition to that, internship. Okay. There was some question also I have seen. Internship is very, very, very important. So of course we have a lot of constraints to get the right internship. I'll give you some solutions. Try to tap small companies, very small companies, micro level companies. Medium level and big level will demand you a lot of procedures, and many approval levels will be there. That doesn't accommodate very easily for internship. Whereas the small scale industries, micro scale industries will surely engage you for internship, but kindly make sure that you do it with free of cost. When you go and tell them, I'm qualified for this and I would like to work for you, I'll gain knowledge. At the same time, I'll make sure that I will add values to your company through this process, and I will try to support you on roll works of the company. So surely it will work out. I also did the same when I did my MBA. My project guidelines was given by Vaidegi ma'am and Professor Suresh. I did one project. After that, we joined the same company. We were working 9 months at the free of cost over there. So we can many people fooled us, like, why you're doing this, you have a lot of time, why you're wasting your time, all this happened. One thing happened that time also. The first time in my generation, we were seeing recession. 2007 to 9, we were seeing recession, and there was a recruitment took place, only one position, and I was eagerly waiting for a manufacturing sector, because I love manufacturing sector, I love law, I like professionalism. I want to be with the manufacturing setup, HR, because I was inspired much on manufacturing. And I had a call from placement team. They requested me to attend a sales company interview. I said, I'm so sorry, I don't want to disappoint others, and if I attend, I may have a probability to get the job. Let others gain this job. I should not disturb others. But they said, still it's okay, come, let us do it. We 45 students attended. By God's grace, at last they offered me. This happened. I also joined them and worked almost 3-4 months. That's what happened. But this is just for an information, because when you have this internship, practical knowledge, you will be able to successful. Of course, theoretical will helpful. That is only skills and knowledges. And when you do it practically, you will have a lot of difference from what we have studied in books. So the practical steps will give you more challenge. when you able to overcome these challenges through your good knowledges and experience, and you will gain very good values through that. So let us come to the part of the second one, in the right job, getting the right job. In the right job, part two, like the key qualities that we need to have. So we need to take ownership. This also said by Shiva sir. Ownership, accountability is very, very, very important. Any company will love you, will like you if you take ownership, and if you have a good leadership. Otherwise, believe me, I'm 8 months in my native. I am out of Dubai now. Still, my MD is calling me every day. I'm supporting an online, but still my MD is calling me every day and taking my suggestions to implement any projects. It is only because of that. If I want something, I deliver it. I promise it, I deliver it, I commit it, I die for that to complete the job. That is my nature. That is my nature. I am kind of warrior. If I take a job, I'll report to them. So this is very important. When we take a job, we need to take the ownership. And when we take ownership, surely our involvement should be there, and we need to be having a lot of self-confidence. And we needless to fear on that. We need to have your self-confidence on any jobs, and we need to be very result-oriented. Today, companies are expecting you to be result-oriented. So if we are going with the stories, I'm so sorry. Many companies will not listen us, because today world is completely commercial. Completely commercial. There is very rarely you will see empathy. Maybe HR person like companies may show empathy, but not all time. Excuse or chances are not given more than 1 or 2 times. If a third time there's a mistake, we can pack up ourselves and go again, because there is no time for trial and error, and any trial error you do, it is costing the company. It is a company cost involved. So we are just a matter of salary, and when it's lost to the company again and again because of this, they will not show any interest to retain us. So we have to be result oriented all time, and also keep your integrity, professional ethics, and never give up towards any jobs that you have taken, and ready to accept any assignments that comes to you from the management. Because if you don't know, we can learn, no doubt. Okay, opportunity doesn't come every time. If you're an accountant, if you're an HR, or if you're a safety person, or you're a project manager, or you're a team leader, uh, if you restrict yourself, I'm only going to do this, and who's the general manager for the company? Just imagine. So when you do a multiple task, when you accept the various assignment, it is not related to you. That means you are developing your skills to the other domain, other department related jobs. So when you are equipping your skills towards that, certainly you are the general manager and you are going to be the CEO of the company. So this will not happen just like that. If you want to be a general manager, or if you want to be a CEO of the company, you need to know the end-to-end process, right? So end-to-end process of the company in detail. In detail. There also there is no trial and error will happen. So you'll be not given much time, no honeymoon periods at all. So you need to deliver the result from the day one. That's what is expected in today's management. And when you have problems, so these are the other qualities are expected. When you face problems, don't keep the time bomb with you. It will only blast us. If we don't know, please leave our ego, go to the seniors, go to the boss, and convey the situation, request them their guidelines, help, so that we'll be able to sort out the problem and we can make successful of everyone. So I hope I have covered in the right job 2 things, that the keys, common skill sets that are required, and the qualities that are expected from the candidate, right? And so now we'll go to the key important area, how to get the right job. So this is very important. So when you have working experience, like a kind of internships, surely you will come to know whether we are going in the right track or not, because the jobs may not, the way you like. It will have a different phases, different experiences, different culture, different people, different work environment, different structures. So it will have a lot of uncertainty when you land in the real job. So when you do it as an internship, you'll come to know whether what you like is fact or not. So still you need to find where is your liking job is. So when you go real jobs, so it will have all these steps. So when you have a pre-exposure, I'm sure that you will get a right job. So where what are the key steps are important to get the right job? You need to have the perfect resume. Okay, the right resume is very important for a fresher. Not more than 1 to 1.5 pages of a resume, or we can call one page is enough. And related to a right resume, you'll have a lot of YouTube videos. You can refer that, where you'll get a lot of inputs. A person who have more around 3 to 5 years experience may have 3 pages of resume. 10 years experience, maybe maximum 4. 20 plus max is 5 or 6 is the max number of pages, because none of the employers spend more than 30 to 40 seconds to your resume. But it is your visiting card, like it is your front face. When your CV is the bullet points are expressing about your skills, about your experience, about your competency, then sure, that is a first point. When you apply in the portal, when you search the job, when you apply in the portal, don't just leave it. Don't expect that you will get a call from HR or MD of the company will call you. It is the probability of getting a call once you do it through the portal is rarely 0.001% only, I will tell you, because for any single position you see a vacancy where you will find at least 200, and max it can go up to 7,000 people applying for one job. So as a HR, what we will do, will we able to spend time to go through all the 7,000 CVs? No chance. We'll see 10 CVs, we'll shortlist 5 people, we'll call interview at least 3, and we'll close the position. So it will not go maximum 10 to 15. So all other CVs will remain in our inbox. So when you call them stating that, sir, I have sent your company, I was seeing your company vacancy, so I have sent my CV, they will try to give you their personal ID also. Okay, and once you send that, follow up, keep follow up, and if required, visit the company in person. If you like to get the job, you need to be very aggressive towards that job. Once you applied, don't follow up only with one company. Apply for 10 companies, follow up with all the 10 companies, try to visit in person all the 10 companies. It is not that easy. They will not just like that, they will entertain you, but your follow-up should never fail. Keep try. One day they will give you the best answer. At least out of 10 companies, 3 will respond to you. I'm pretty sure 1 will offer you the chance to attend the interview. Then it is your call. You have to prove your all your competency, all your skills, all your expertise steps in the interview. So this is the mantra that I will say that once apply in the portal, keep try to have a contact with the company, and try to speak to the HR person or speak to the concerned person and get a relationship with them, and try to get references also if possible. If you are applying for some company, now the world is open, better, like, so try to get some reference, some XY, no problem, through LinkedIn or through any sources. If you get some XY and try to speak to them, sir, I'm so and so, I'm applying for your in your company for this position, may use your name as a reference, and I'm sure no one will say no, you cannot use my name. That's very rare, right? So use all the positivity and try to, if you give a reference, I'm sure you are the one who will be sitting in the panel. for the interview, because the most hiring will happen through the reference, because reference will give the most weightage. As a HR, if I have a 2 candidate with equal competency, I will choose a person who's under the reference, because where the risk is less. Okay, so this is what will happen practically in the industries. So try to do this practice so that you will be able to get the right job. And during the interviews, so you are sitting in the interview panel now. So during the interviews, try to go with a professional dress codes. Try to avoid the negative answers. Try to be more transparent. Okay, and admit if you don't know, and speak well, explain well if you know the subject, and listen them well. Maintain a good eye contact. These are the common steps. And if you are getting chance, if they ask would you like to know anything, please speak, get information about your job description. What is my JD, what is my role, what is my career growth in this company. All these questions are you can ask to the HR person, where you'll get a more clarity about your job. So this is some areas that I would like to cover. And in question, try to have your life skills. This is also very important, like you need to know cooking, you need to know driving, and you need to have your first aid certification. If you're free, try to do that. It will be helpful for your company and it will be helpful for your family. So what I'm trying to say, these are the life skills that will be helpful for your employment. So try to have your license, that is completely important, and try to have your first aid certification. So that will be more helpful to you. And try to know the work-life balance. That is also very important. And after this, I try to tell a few things. The third point is right industry. So now we have come across 2 points. One is right subject and right job. So I have chosen the right job now. So right industry. I hope you all aware that we have around 80 plus private industries, and government domain we have around 47 ministries. So just imagine, cannot we get a single job out of this? We have a plenty of opportunities, starting from agriculture, aviation, automation, OEM, chemical, petrochemical, oil and gas, environmental, banking, insurance, FMCG, artificial intelligence. We have a lot of hospitality, tourism, healthcare. We have a lot of industries. We have a lot of industries. The world is always open for you. So we'll get the right. So the only important thing, we have to choose the right industry. Either you are going for private or government. So you know what is the pros and cons in each of this. You know what is the risk and benefits in each of this. So the challenge will be more to get the government job, but if you get, you are settled. Likewise, if you come to the private, you will enjoy your job, you will have more freedom, you will earn just like that, triple the time of government also sometime, and you will have that pressure also. So I need to accept. So you have to choose the right industry, under that private or government. So in that, choose the sector properly. We have a lot of wide sectors. So choose it and go again. Then selecting the right company. So this is the last point I would like to finish up. So selecting the right company is very, very, very important. Will you join a company if there is no career growth? Will you join a company if there is no safety for your life? And will you join a company where there is no recognition? And will you join a company there is no professionalism? Or will you join a company if there is no work-life balance? So these are very, very important point. Or will you join a company if there is no salary? There are companies, okay, I'm telling you a fact. There are many companies not paid more than 3 months. I don't want to name the companies. I know personally, because my friends, few of them are stuck there. I know. So this is kind of stuff. So you have to choose the right company, right industry, right job, and things more will move better. So once getting to the right job, right company, right industry, try to expect less and give more. This is my kind request to all of you. Give more, perform more, show the smartness later. Don't because we youngers, we know better trend and subject. We may be sometime working under underqualified person, but he is more experienced, and you may be a supervisor to him, but it doesn't mean that you cannot just overrule him, because he knows the subject. So first you have to learn the entire subject, then try to take the leadership. Try to avoid boss mannerism, that may not be so much helpful in current scenario. Okay, and act more, try to produce more, try to be loyal to the company. uh, these are the common steps that are expected. And a few more information I'd like to the presentations. The recent study done by a company called CareerNet on hiring trend. In India, 80% of the companies shown a positivity, that means a hiring planning towards recruitment. That's what hiring planning. 80% of the company, out of the research done with the 2,000 companies, 80% of the company shows interest to hire the people. So that means the employment opportunity is there more for all of us. Nothing to worry. And 69% of the organization are expecting you to have more of IT and digital platform experiences in the job. So when you go, this is very important. As I said, in the primary common skills are required in the industry, or any job that you do where there will be IT role. Try to be equip yourself, that. And one more research done by ILO, International Labor Organization, where they have come with a conclusion: 200 million new jobs will be open all over the world by this year. So, and a few of the example I can quote for you, that SBI is recruiting 8,000 plus positions. Recent announcement has come. So opening is everywhere. I'm promised to you that if you walk any company in any of this location, I'm sure that you will find one vacancy. None of the company close hiring. Hiring is a never-ending process that will keep happening at any scenario, pandemic or recession or XY reasons, because you will have always unsatisfied employees, you will have always unsatisfied employers. This will be always presenting. At least in my experience, at least 5% of the employer, at least 5% of the employees doesn't like the company, due to various reasons that we don't know, either personal or official. At least 5%. This 5% will switch anytime. At the same way, in any company, at least 2 to 3% of the employees are not liked by the employers, because we deal with the top management. We know, because whenever we go to the management, they specifically ask about, hey, what this guy is doing? Is he doing well? Is he okay now? Is he settling with our company? Like that. So this sort of questions will come and again and again. So attrition will be always there. So there will be a hiring process will be always there. So and one more thing I would like to share. Yesterday I just tapped Nakuri, so where I found 3,523 freshers opening available for accountant. You may not believe this. You can check it. In Nakuri, 0 years experienced accountant in India are required. 3,523 openings are there. So try to avoid all your fears. You have a lot of openings. The world is open for you. You will get a good jobs. So here I would like to complete my presentation. I hope it is helpful to you, and I'm handing over to the host.
Sir?
Yeah.
So thank you, sir. Actually, there is a time constraint. We have another speaker as well in line. So thank you so much for your thought process, and like the way you brought out a lot of incidents from your own life, like what the anecdotes, and you made clear points to the students about how they need to focus on the job sector. There's one question, sir, from YouTube. I would like to post that. I'd like to ask the question. With that, we will move to the next speaker, and then towards the end, if time permits, participants, please do wait. Your questions will be answered. If not, you will get their respective mail IDs where you can get your queries clarified. So there's a question from Pavitra that she wants to know what's the main causes for a lot of people losing their job right now. One is the pandemic, but how do they can overcome that? Is there any other ways, or how are they supposed to tackle it? So that's a question from Pavitra. So would you like to answer so that we'll
could you repeat the question? I'd like to hear more. Could you repeat the question?
So the question is that the lot of people are losing their jobs right now. So what is the main reason? I mean, one of the reasons is pandemic, but beyond that, what are the other reasons it could be, and how people can stick on to their job if possible? So
okay,
of
course. Pandemic is a recent reason. Before the pandemic, what was the real reason was the trade war between the world. I can name the major two countries, US and China. So the trade war was the key issue, and not was, is the key issue for the employment, loss of employments. Pandemic, of course, it just came in picture very recently, like past 1 year. But the recession and the trade war took place almost past 2.5 years. So when the trade war happened, started between US and China, the entire world started facing the issue. And that is a major reason. And nothing to worry on this. This is just a temporary cloud. This cloud will go away one day. Just once the sun rises, it will go. Once the pandemic gets settled, you will surely find opportunity. People who will lose their job also will get an opportunity. People who are fresh also will get the opportunity, because all the companies should run. Which employer like to close the company and sleep at home? No chance. People who's losing in X company will get a job in Y company, and people who's losing job in Y company will get at Z company, and who's at A, they will come to X. So this is how it will happen. Somehow this all will be matched. Okay, so there is no at last everyone will get the job. It is confirmed. Only people are very reluctant, are like if they are not mentally strong, and if they don't have any caliber, may lose the opportunity now. Other than that, don't worry, everyone will get the job.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Once the pandemic settled, sure that all the industry will open, and of course they need people. Without people, they cannot run the company, right? So surely everyone will get the job. It is sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We move on to the next speaker of the day. Thank you, Gopal, sir.
Thank you so much.
Now we are moving on to the final session of the day. Let me introduce the resource person of this hour, Mr. Amala Antony, who is an experienced human resource specialist with a demonstrated history of working in the consumer electronics and recruitment industry. He is also skilled in graduate recruitment, labor relations, management interviewing, and succession planning. Mr. Antony has worked as a recruitment support specialist and also as a recruitment consultant and also as HR trainee. Currently, he is working as human resource specialist in Arjun in Dubai. So we are extremely happy to have you right now, and sorry for the delay as well. And sir, the session is all yours. Please, thank you, sir.
Hi, and good morning to everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. You're audible and you're visible as well, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. This is Amal Antony. I'm basically from South India, and I can say as Kanyakumari, and I'm working in Dubai for the past 8+ years. Okay, so to start with this session, I will start my screen. Can everyone? One second. Can everyone see my screen?
Sir, no, sir. We are able to see you, but not your screen. So your PowerPoint is not visible to us.
Now? Can you all see, or you are unable to see?
No, sir, we are not able to see your PowerPoint presentations.
Okay, fine. Actually, I have segregated with few topics actually. Means there is a vast topic we have to cover, but only a very few I have chosen. So let me start with about the country where I'm working actually. UAE, and especially with Dubai. This country is very well known for advancement in technologies, right? Where they will try to keep everything with records, Guinness records. Like this country wants to explore a lot, explore more, like whatever the things that, you know, all the technologies they want to implement in this country. So the government is very well open for this. And if you have seen about Dubai, all the records, majority of the records will be with have been done by Dubai government, and most of the Guinness records you have seen, even the world tallest building. Okay, and they are another tallest building is under construction, which is Creek Tower in Dubai. Okay, so this is about Dubai. And next about myself is like I'm working in a private sector as an HR specialist in Dubai. And also I'm handling not only Dubai, I'm also handling Bahrain and Oman from here. We have like our offices and branches in Bahrain and Oman and handling all those things. And also, apart from this, I'm handling additionally, I'm handling public relations with the government entities and the sectors. Okay. So about our company is a retail authorized distributor for the below mentioned like Huawei, Anchor, Promate, Riversong, and Vertex. These will be some of our products that we are working, and we are the authorized distributor for this region. And so the next part I have, the major part I have, what are the things is, what are the challenges that we are facing in today's job market, especially when people coming from India to look for a job. Here what happens is majority of even I'm in the same scenario, like in 2012, I came here on a visit visa in seeking a job. Here, prior to that, I was not aware. One of my friend guided me, you can come here on a visit visa and look for a job. So after coming here, I found a job by God's grace, and today I'm in this position. So I would like to tell about some challenges that are being faced by the job seekers in the job market here in UAE. The first challenge will be communication. Especially people coming from South India has a communication problem, whereas it plays a very major role in communication. See, whatever I have seen people working in different industries, but they might be graduated with one industry, but they will be working in another industry also. I have seen that a lot of people, but the major thing they require is communication. If we have a very strong communication, you'll be able to sustain here in this, especially in Middle East, you will be able to sustain. So it is one of the major part. And also the another point which I liked means Madam Fatima and Mr. Shivakumar and Mr. Gopal, they have given a very good deep their points. It was very nice points, and they have shared such knowledgeable things. And also one particular point I would highlight about from Mr. Gopal's about communication as listening skill is also, when we are talking about communication, people just think only about speaking in English. Not only that, you should have a patience to listen what other is coming to trying to convey to you. And also the communication. So the basic thing is communication. Try to develop your communication before you go outside the country as much as the languages you know. And also it is really a big plus point. I can say an example for communication as a person who's known as Rahul Biswas, my roommate's colleague. He's from Kolkata. He's earning a monthly salary of AED 25,000, which is 5 lakh Indian rupees per month. It is just because of his communication, because he's working in a software company as a pre-sales person. Pre-sales means that he's selling their company product to other companies. So with his communication, he's explaining and he's giving a deep details about the project, and he's convincing the companies to get their job, get their product as a software products he's selling. So what my roommate used to say is like, he's just doing it as the accent and the communication has magic in his tongues with the communication. So so it's just like that. But in the beginning, he was just a trainer in a call center. Slowly, he developed his skills. See, we didn't come back from everyone didn't come back from a very well background or not. Even I'm not from a very well big background. But when we take steps to improve ourselves, we will grow. This is how this person, Mr. Rahul Biswas, has gone from a trainer role to such a big role of earning a salary of monthly 500,000, that is 5 lakhs Indian rupees. The next thing will be positivity. Whatever the situation, you should always be in a positive attitude. Even in the interview sessions or whatever it is like. See, especially they will look into your attitude and how positive you are. If you're a positive person, we will be able to, for example, like when I joined, I was a fresher to UAE and I was a fresher in Middle East, in this region. But still I was able to, like, few points, but I didn't know this, but later on, my colleagues used to tell about what are those things was my positivity. Okay, so the positivity is like, if you are with a positive attitude, even the people can train you that I can do it. I'll be able to, I'll work as a team, or those things really, it is very important. And adjusting to all the adaptability, like adjusting to all the scenarios in the companies. Okay, so when you are positive with all your things, even if there is a scenario that it might look like closed. For example, the interview might ask, there is no way that you could do this job, but you should try to give an answer, something which is positive to impress the interviewer, that, okay, if there is a will, there is a way. So there we have to find that way and try to give some positive, it will be impressed. So always be positive in your career growth. The next is proactive. Proactive is like you have to act. That means acting means in anticipation, what will happen next? Say, what will be the future needs, or what will be the changes that is upcoming in this. So if you are a proactive person, you have it will really help you a lot in this industry, in this region actually. So you have to be proactive to anticipate what is going to happen in the future. What are the challenges that we are going to face? For example, if you are doing something, what will be the challenges that is upcoming? So you should get ready for those. So if you are a proactive person, definitely you will be able to do well in your career. The next thing is about soft and hard skills. See, soft skill means it is like you should be a team worker. You have to easily mingle with all your colleagues, and your adaptability with the current situation of the company, and how do you solve your problems in the company. If there is a problem arises, how you solve the problems that has happened, and also leadership plays a major role. You doesn't know that if you play like if you do a good leadership in your team, slowly you will be noticed by the managing people, that this will help a lot in your career growth to the next levels. You may not know, but all your things will be noticed by all your whatever the activities or how you are you're mingling with your team or how you are leading your team. Those things will be monitored by the management, and you will be promoted and you will be going to the next level. So like work ethic and your time management and your stress management, all those things will be coming under soft skills, which you have to work on to develop your soft skills. The next will be about your technical skills, that is the hard skills, that is about your computer knowledge, your MS Office skills, your analytical skills, your marketing skills. So these are some of the skills which is required as hard skill. And the hands-on experience preference will be given to people who is having hands-on experience in UAE, but it is not limited to means like if you are really like there are certain roles which is really they used to consider freshers also. That's how I came into this country. That's how I started my work in this country. Okay, so about when these are the challenges that we are facing in this country, means there is a lot to cover, but only a very few points that I have covered in this session. And when we talk about the privileges that we have in this country, that is the it will be the next thing. The privileges that we get us a higher tax-free salary in the Middle East. It is not about like we have to pay a huge tax in India. But if you're coming here in the Middle East region, it is a tax-free salary and comparatively a very high salary that is being given. So it is a higher tax-free salary. And the second part will be like an paid annual vacation. Paid annual vacation means like you will get 30 days of annual paid vacation holidays to go to your home country and to enjoy with your family, and you are supposed to come. So like it is like this 30 paid annual vacation is excluding of the other public and private holidays here in the country. It means like we will get all the local holidays. For example, Eid, Bagri, whatever it is, like it is a national day. All these national holidays, you will get these holidays. Apart from this, we will get each and every staff will get a paid annual vacation 30 days every year. And this will be and also it will be you will be provided with air ticket, annual air ticket provided by the companies. Like either they will provide you a particular fixed amount of fare, or else the company will provide you a ticket. Both the options will work. Like some companies will fix a target amount for each destination in India, or for in Chennai, or for in Toronto, or for Mumbai, or in other countries, in Philippines, or in Jordan, or in Egypt, or in different countries. They have fixed their different amount, and they will pay that, or else a ticket will be issued and will be given to the employees. The next point will be about better and safe lifestyle. Better and safe lifestyle. This is on this point I have to tell about UAE is considered as one of the world's safest country. Yes, it is one of the safest country to live. Even we can't find the safety in Europe. Such safety you'll find in this country, and also all the companies will be providing. It's a mandatory rule that we have to provide with a medical health insurance. So it is one of the value added, a very good thing. And also the food quality that you find is such a nice food quality that there will be frequent inspection conducted by the municipalities and all the government authorities in the supermarkets and whatever it is. Whatever the industries, they have such strict rules and regulations to follow. So, and they have such a nice environment, and really this country looks, we are saying your Middle East is a desert, but if you come and see, it looks greenish now. They have changed. Even they are importing sand and everything from the other countries, and they are planting, and they started doing agriculture in this country. Really, so it is such a nice country. And I have to say about, when I say about the food quality, I have to tell one more thing about, for instance, just an example of, I can say, which I was I noticed in the beginning when I came in UAE, like in India, like we will be having season, for example, when we are looking for apple, it will be a season of 3 to 4 months, from May to July or something. We'll get like 3 varieties of apple. Apart from the other times, you will have just like very limited, and which is very expensive. But here in UAE, we'll get more than 20 plus types of apple varieties. This is just an example, which I'm talking about one particular product. All over the world, like this has been purchased and it will be here available in Dubai, all over the world, and it is available 365 days with very cost-effective price, very, very minimal low prices. You will find these items. And the business opportunities are really very vast, open market. It is like this. You can find it is very, if you are really interested in setting up a business, it is also a very big country. You can do well. Like there are a lot of business I have seen growing from very small, and within years they have grown like very big. So these are some of the privileges of working in this countries. So that I have listed out a lot to be discussed about that. And the next will be about, I have like mentioned few points about what will be the future trends or what will be the upcoming job market. Like UAE government has made some researches. It's a very big, vast market or mass industry about when you're talking about the job market. It's so UAE government has made some researches and they have announced some job requirements. So I have listed only a very few, like maybe 5 or 6 job openings, which are due to the time limitations. I have just mentioned about a very few, which Mr. Shivakumar has already mentioned few job openings about this. The first and foremost thing will be about artificial intelligence. So this will be the upcoming trends in the, like as per the research done from 2030, 40, the next 20, 30 years, this will be the field job market that has a vast requirement. And this will be, if you're equipped with this type of thing, see, you guys are arts and science college, but the thing is like all these, whatever the jobs that I have mentioned, it's most of the jobs are having with special certification programs. If you complete the certification programs, definitely you will find a good job here in UAE with a high paid salary. The first is about the artificial intelligence. It is about the how the human intelligence is implemented in other machines or something. For example, we can see about robots that is implemented in manufacturing. It is one of AI, artificial intelligence is used in this part, and self-driving cars, that is driverless cars. It is also artificial intelligence. And robotics and automation also, it's a mix of both. Like robotics and automation also, it comes under all these, like it will be similar, but there will be slight variance in these fields. You understood? So these are the upcoming fields that you have a vast requirement will be there in the future, which you can choose your, like if I choose this field, okay, you have to do some certification courses that is available in the market. Make some good researches about this. For example, if you're choosing one particular thing, okay, I'm into data analysis. Okay, do data analysis, but do some special certification courses. Certification courses really very important in the Middle East, especially in UAE. Not only degree, if you have to go for these things, certification courses gives you a very big value added advantage. So I have a friend, he's working here as a data scientist, data analysis. Okay, he's getting almost like 4 lakh Indian rupees a month with data analysis. His qualification is MSc Max. Okay, so it is like MSc Max and MSc Statistics people have a very good growth when it comes to data analysis and big data. Data analysis are really, it's used for analyzing businesses and to come with the decision. For example, if you'd like to know which company, if we have maybe like, we might have like 50 branches. So this data analysis is used to find, okay, in this 5th branch, which is the branch that is given with the lowest revenue. You understood? So there are multi things that is used in data analysis, and the next will be cloud computing, where this is also one of the upcoming job market that is really, if you are into this cloud marketing, it is a database storage purposes. Now everything is with internet. Everything is with internet, and the storage parts of like whatever the things, it is with the cloud computing and everything. And about the next will be about digital marketing. Digital marketing is about, today each and everyone is having a tab or a mobile or a laptop, and everything is with digital. We are in a digital media, so everything is being promoted by the different social media, or everywhere that we can see advertisements. All these are coming under digital media. Especially, it is also one of the fast growing industry I could see in this region. Means it is within a very short duration, this industry has grown like anything, and there are multi job opportunities available for this digital networking, digital marketing, and those things. Plus, about the next will be the healthcare industry. Healthcare industry also, it is like a vast requirement. Till the human exists, healthcare industry will exist. Healthcare industry is there. For example, there are multi requirements in this. What I can say is, like, when you are going to a hospital or when you're going to your work, you'll be punching, like especially when you're going to work, you'll be punching with your attendance, like a smart system. But just when you're looking at it, it just looks like attendance purpose. But think about what is the technology that has been used. It is IT. Basically, it is a project or something that has been developed by an IT person. And even in hospitals, different types of softwares are being used for developing and their advancement of the hospital purposes. And in healthcare, we have an enormous growth. It will be also, at this pandemic moment, this pandemic situation, it is like a healthcare industry is like with much more requirements where you have to concentrate. And next will be about networking and cyber security. Network, this scenario, it is also one of the cyber security, and networking is also one of the key industry that has a major growth. Like especially if you see each and every company, some companies having issues with the hacking and those issues. So for those things, they are using this networking and cyber security people. I could say an example. Recently, one person lost his, this happened recently in UAE. One person lost his life savings through the someone attacked, and they called him, and they hacked all his savings from his bank account. So it is really a very important part. So these are some of the major important, but it is not just limited. It's such a big list we can go on. Due to the time constraint, only I have listed with such very small points, but there is a lot of job opportunities, especially in the Middle East and Gulf countries. Be positive and always be happy that in this scenario, you might think that at this moment, no. When as Mr. Gopal said, when I passed out, I was during the time of high recession period, but still I'm in this situation in this market now. Like, how come? Because of course we will go through this, and we have to move on. Soon this situation will change, and all the jobs you guys will be getting it. Don't worry. And it's very soon. The world is getting changed, and we will be back again. The world will be back with all the job opportunities and the requirements. And one last thing is, like, guys, whatever you do, and if you're doing something, if you like, think, for example, if you're choosing one industry, try to explore the max. Like what is that if you're choosing Java, for example, or else if you're choosing a software Python or something, whatever that is, try to explore the Max and do the certification courses that really supports the Max. So whatever, if you're doing this, I really stress into the certification courses, especially here they look into this part about the certification courses that is required here. Okay, so things might, and remember one thing, like things might, you at this current scenario, things might look complex, but all these such things, complex things have a very simple solutions. Think, okay, and the next is nothing is impossible in this world. Everyone try to reach the sky, so at least you will be able to reach the moon. Wish you all the best, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your profound speech and also talking about the Middle East and Gulf countries. And it's a very, always like a lot of us do have a lot of apprehensions about the Middle East countries. So giving us the deeper insights about all these things, I'm 100% sure the participants will be able to take in from you. And thank you very, very much, sir. There's one question from Hari. He wants to know, after completing UG, is it okay to do CA or CMA? Is it worth doing it? So that's a question from Hari, sir.
Of course, it is really worth doing it, because especially here it works. So you guys can do it. Yeah, that's what I said. Like if you're choosing one specific field, for example, if you're choosing with data analysis, so what are the, so just make a research, or what are the things that is required, or what are the softwares that is being used in current scenario or current industry today. So try to do that additional courses, the certification courses, which is really important and supportive in this part of region. So when you are going to this, they will just mainly, they're looking into your certification courses, then how you will be able to sustain. So of course it is required.
Thank you, sir. I think Hari would be have a clear idea about it. A small general instructions to this participants. We have already given you the feedback link. It is necessary that you need to attend both the sessions in order to get your certificate. So please fill in the feedback link for the day one. It has already been posted over there. So moving on to the next question, sir, from the participant side. This person, Shivakumar, I think it is our host itself. Shivakumar sir has said he would suggest the students to pursue CMA, which is easy to complete and have good recognition in international market. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that very informative thing. Any other questions, participants? Participants, the session is open to you. Any questions? Okay. Yeah. If you do so please make a note of it. Even tomorrow we do have a session. If not, we will get connected with the concerned speaker and we'll get your doubts clarified. Once again, thank you, Amal Antony, sir, for your time and for sharing your knowledge with us. It's absolutely a great indeed for having you here, sir. Thank you once again. Sir.
Thank you, and thanks for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Hema, moving on to Hema. Over to you, Hema.
Thank you, Nivedita ma'am, for moderating the program. I invite Mr. Arvind Raj, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to give the vote of thanks.
I, Arvind Raj P., on behalf of Patrician College and the entire SOSUP team, let me call it fraternity here, together and on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all speakers for gracing your important work and showing with us your findings and opinions today. A big thank you to Mr. Shivakumar Ganapati, Director, SNR Tax Consultants, Dubai. He gave guidance on continuous education which will lead to great heights. It was really inspiring to listen to his great achievements. He focused on the discipline of learning foreign language, on data intelligence, forensic sciences, and logistics. He also showed light on importance of aircraft management course, artificial intelligence, and civil services exams, and many for the students. Thank you again, sir. You are simply amazing, sir. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation for Mr. Gopal Chinadurai, HR manager. He was very specific on how to choose a subject, how to choose right industry, and how to overcome all the hindrances while choosing a career. He also mentioned on importance of analysis over ourselves. He insisted on doing research to choose our career. He gave solutions on internship on the area where students need to choose. It was really thought-provoking. Thank you, sir. Further, we are grateful to Mr. Amala Antony, Human Resource Specialist, for demonstrating his experience in Dubai. He gave inputs on necessity of communication, being positive, how to be proactive, and improving soft skills. He was very specific on the conducive opportunities available in Dubai. Thank you, sir. We are all inspired by your great words. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record a hearty thanks to our Director and Secretary, Dr. S. R.O.K. Raj, for the perfect support and guidance he has extended to all of us at HR Conglomerate. I also extend my thanks to Academic Director, Dr. Fatima Vasanth, to Madam Principal, Dr. Usha George, Vice Principal, Dr. Meena, and Dr. Geeta Rufus for their enormous cooperation in the organization of this event. Well, Ms. Jacqueline Priya, Coordinator, Ms. Vaidegi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, and other ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago. It required planning and a bird eyes for details. We have been fortunate enough to be a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of Patrician who know their job and result-oriented. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond the schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to state that we are all most grateful to all speakers on this program. We thank you for being with us. Thank you very much.